Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Old School Gunner. I'm going to start as always by thanking everybody for your continued support on my channel, all your likes, your subscribes, and your comments. I really appreciate it. Smash the like in this video for me. Smash the subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to click on that notifications bell. And you get notified every time we upload content. I'm just after getting out of bed, guys. Just after waking up. It's a lazy Sunday morning. I'm working, but I'm just after getting up, guys. Big news, the word on the street, Karim Benzema is after leaving Real Madrid after 14 years at the Bernabeu, believe it or not. I was thinking about it, to be honest, recently, not just because of the way they lost in the Champions League to Manchester City, of course, but in general. I think it was time for him to go. After that length of time, I think his powers were waning, with all due respect to him. He's a fantastic, fantastic player. One of the greatest players in the world. One of the greatest players to ever play football. But yeah, with the season they had and with the fact that it kind of curtailed for them into the Champions League. I think as far as I know, Barcelona were champions in Spain. Yeah, maybe it's the right decision. It's the right time for Benzema to leave the club. But definitely this will be a shock to a lot of fans at the Bernabeu, to a lot of Real Madrid fans all over the world. The most successful team, definitely in European football, without a shadow of a doubt. I think they've got 14 Champions League titles. 14 times they were European champions of Europe's top competition. I think this will be a real shock to a lot of Real Madrid fans around the world that this is after happening. What can I say? The man himself. Let me just get into the story about that. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of fans will be shocked that Karim Benzema departs Real Madrid after 14 years, guys. It's a hell of a long time. One second, guys. Of course, one of the greatest players to ever play for the club. Just put up this banner for anyone that comes on. Subscribe to my channel, guys, and help me hit 1.8k. That's all there is about it. That's where the Old School Gunners at. This headline coming out, everyone should be awake in Spain by now. But I mean, hopefully get a lot of traction in this video. Benzema is going to depart Real Madrid after 14 years in charge. As soon as that comes up, the headline comes, could Harry Kane replace Benzema at Real Madrid? Honestly, these headlines are hilarious. Seriously. With Daniel Levy in charge at Spurs, I wouldn't say Kane is left to go out alone at night, to be honest. Karim Benzema, Real Madrid confirmed French striker to depart after 14 years at the Bernabeu. Benzema will leave Real Madrid 14 years after joining the League One club from League One club Lyon. Frenchman departs the Bernabeu as club's second highest all-time goal scorer. The 35-year-old won La Liga 4 times and the Champions League 5 times. Wow. 5 Champions League titles. Crazy. Karim Benzema will leave Real Madrid after 14 years at the end of the season, the Spanish club confirmed on Sunday morning. The former French international joined Real from hometown club Lyon. He's made 657 appearances, scoring 353 goals. He's made 42 appearances in all competitions so far this term, scoring 30 goals and assisting 30 more. Well, they say he's going to leave the Bernabeu, guys. He's going to leave Real Madrid after 14 years in charge, but they don't say that he's retiring. You know what I mean? Interestingly enough, yeah, he's not retiring, guys. He's just leaving Real Madrid. So he could actually go to another club. You know what I mean? Just to reiterate, guys, Karim Benzema is not retiring. He's just leaving Real Madrid. So he could actually go to another club. Already the stories are coming that Harry Kane could replace him at Real Madrid, which I find actually laughable. I think it's hilarious. There's not a hope in hell of that happening. Pardon my language, guys. There's not a chance, in my opinion, of that happening. Harry Kane replacing him at Real Madrid. Should Daniel Levy want the Harry Kane even cross the road on his own, he'd be holding his hand. It's not going to happen anyway. No way. Not a chance. In my opinion, it's a non-runner. But let's get back to this Benzema story. He did not feature in Real's 2-1 win over Sevilla on May 27th, but could feature for one final time in their final league match of the season against Athletic Bilbao on Sunday night. Benzema won the league on 4 occasions and lifted the Champions League 5 times during a trophy-laden spell in the Spanish capital. A statement published on the club's official website, translated from Spanish, reads, Real Madrid CF and our captain Karim Benzema have agreed to end his brilliant and unforgettable period as a player for our club. Real Madrid wants to show its gratitude and all its affection for who is already one of our greatest legends. Karim Benzema's career at Real Madrid has been an example of behaviour and professionalism and has represented the values of our club. Benzema has earned the right to decide his future. Madridistas and all the fans around the world have enjoyed his magical and unique football, which has made him one of the great myths of our club, one of the great legends of world football. Real Madrid is and will always be his home, and we wish him and all his family the best in this new phase of his life. Next Tuesday, June the 6th at 12 noon, an institutional and active tribute and farewell to Karim Benzema will take place at Real Madrid City with the presence of our president, Florentino Perez. There you go, guys. One of the biggest names in football. He's decided to hang up his boots. Well, he's leaving Real Madrid. I need to be careful what I say. He's actually leaving Real Madrid, but he is not retiring. I reiterate, the man is not retiring from football. There has been no talk of that, but he is leaving Real Madrid. So any clubs out there maybe that want to get a bit of Karim Benzema, I don't know, maybe Arsenal, guys. We could do with a striker, right? I mean, he would be good enough to play in our team, no doubt, even at that age and even coming towards the end of his career. Unless there's some massive injury problem I don't know about, but I don't think so. I mean, he's not retiring, guys. He's just leaving Real Madrid. So he's going to play for another team, yeah. Maybe he'll head off to the United States, or maybe he'll do what Cristiano Ronaldo did, head off to the Middle East, make some money. Who knows? You know what I mean? Obviously, the player himself has got enough money to last a lifetime. I mean, he doesn't need to be chasing down a couple of bucks, a few pound over in the Middle East. He's made enough money throughout his career. He can sit back now, relax, and enjoy life. You know what I mean? He can sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of his life. Simple as that. I'd imagine a lot of Real Madrid fans this morning are shocked. And rightly so, to be honest. Let me just text a few of them. But yeah, I just texted someone I know that supports Real. Goodbye, Benzema. And that's basically all you need to know, guys. Simple as. Done. It's a done deal. Simple as. Simple as. He's after leaving, guys. He's set to depart Real Madrid after 14 years at the Bernabeu, guys. I mean, that is a hell of a long time. Tonight is the last home game. He's going to feature there. Karim Benzema, Real Madrid confirmed French striker to depart after 14 years at the Bernabeu. Let's read about him on Wikipedia, guys. Karim Mostafa Benzema is a French professional football player who plays as a striker for La Liga club Real Madrid. Regarded as one of the best strikers of all time, He's a creative forward renowned for his goal-scoring ability as well as his technical skills, vision and versatility on the field. He is Real Madrid's all-time second highest goal scorer and top assist provider. Benzema has won 24 trophies at Real Madrid, 4 La Liga, 3 Copa del Rey and 5 UEFA Champions League titles including. Born in Lyon to Algerian parents, Benzema began his career with hometown club Olympique Lyonnais in 2005, contributing sporadically to 3 League One title wins. In 2008, he was named the league's Player of the Year and then the Team of the Year, having finished as the league's top goal scorer and winning his 4th league title and first Coupe de France. In 2009, Benzema was the subject of a then French record football transfer when he joined Real Madrid in a deal worth 35 million. After struggling to establish himself in his debut season, he eventually achieved a consistent goal scoring. After struggling to establish himself in his debut season, he eventually achieved a consistent goal-scoring rate with the club, notably being part of a highly rated trio alongside Cristiano Ronaldo and Gareth Bale of BBC, who were integral to 4 Champions League wins from 2014 to 2018. Following Ronaldo's departure in 2018, Benzema transitioned from the false nine position into a sole striker. He was named in the La Liga Team of the Season for 4 consecutive years from 2018 to 2022, won La Liga Best Player twice and the Pichichi Trophy for the first time in 2022. Benzema finished as Champions League top scorer as he won his 5th title in 2022. A French international, Benzema won the 2004 European. Well, I'm not going to go through all that boring stuff, guys. Bore you to that. Let's get on the goals. Let's see his best goals for Real Madrid. Hans Peter Monthly. Just thinking of funny times gone by, guys. It was stag party. Anyway, that was a long time ago. We're back in the good old days. But yeah, LA Benzema, he's leaving Real Madrid. after 14 years at the club. All good things come to an end, guys. All good things come to an end, unfortunately, in life. Benzema's on his way out. Yeah, guys, your eyes do not deceive you, guys. Karim Benzema is leaving Real Madrid after 14 years, winning 4 La Ligas, 5 Champions League, I think 24 trophies in total, believe it or not. Yeah, you said it, Arthur, man. What a legend. Big up yourself, man. Welcome along to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 1,800 subscribers, man. But yeah, after 14 years at Real Madrid, Karim Benzema is going to be leaving, believe it or not. A hell of a long time. Serious length of time. I mean, what can you say? One of the greatest players to ever play for the club. Their second highest goal scorer. He's highest in number of assists. He's the second highest goal scorer for the club, guys, and he's highest in number of assists. What a legend, man. You said it right. I mean, an incredible, incredible player for the club. But let's have this right, guys. He's leaving Real Madrid, yeah? He's not retiring. He has retired from international football, but not club football. So he's going to be looking to go to another club. All right. He's only leaving Real. He is not retiring at the moment, anyway. They have another game tonight, their last game of the season. I think Havertz is the right decision for Madrid. Yeah, maybe, but it's going to be a big player to fill Benzema's boots. It's going to take a big player to actually replace Benzema, unless they buy another player to replace him. You know what I mean? It's going to take some player to replace Benzema and the team, though. Seriously. People are already saying that maybe Harry Kane will go to Real Madrid. I don't think Chairman Daniel Levy will ever let Harry Kane leave the club, to be honest. My opinion. I don't think that's going to happen. I just don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. Got a bit of a head cold there, guys. Bear with me. That's just the pollen in the air, the hay fever. A beautiful day in London, guys. Yeah, exactly, man. Harry Kane being linked to it moving to Real Madrid, I mean, that is laughable. He would never be. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Whoever's going to take over, they'd have to be seriously a serious talent to take over from Benzema. I mean, whoever's going to come in at the club, an incredible player for Real Madrid, a talisman. He's also their captain. Let's not forget that, guys. Karim Benzema is the captain of the team also. So say no more about it. I mean, Real Madrid have to be careful because they actually have a lot of players that are right on the edge. You know what I mean? What is that great Croatian player that plays in midfield for Real Madrid? I should be ashamed of myself for not being able to remember his name. But he will also be leaving at some point. I mean, he's not the youngest anymore. Let's be honest. Yeah, a lot of them are kind of coming to the end now, and Real Madrid have to completely reshape the team. I mean, if you saw what happened to them against Manchester City, the signs were there that they're not quite as good as they were. Yeah, Modric. At some point, Luka Modric is going to be leaving. I mean, you know what I mean? Tony Cruz. I mean, they have young players, but a lot of the team are that bit older. And you saw against, yeah. Well, I don't know is Modric actually leaving, yeah? But at some point he will, my friend. At some point he will. Yeah, what a shame of not knowing that. Yeah. The great Luka Modric, what a player. I just woke up, so I'm kind of, coming back into things. But yeah, Luka Modric, man, what a player. But the whole thing is, if you saw their game against Manchester City, they were well beaten, yeah? Especially when they went to Manchester. All is not quite right with the team. Okay, Manchester City are an incredible team. They're the best team there is at the moment. They're the best team in the world, in my opinion. And I'm an Arsenal fan, I should know about it, because we felt the pain. But definitely always not right at Real Madrid, you know what I mean? So maybe it's for the best that he leaves, yeah, but expect another couple of guys to go out the door. And Harry Kane joining Real Madrid, absolutely laughable. Let me know when that happens, guys, but we all know that's not going to happen, let's be honest. Yeah, City is the number one team at the moment. Exactly, man. Exactly, by a mile. By a mile. They were a little bit nervous in the cup final yesterday. Yeah? You didn't really see what they're capable of. You didn't really see what they're capable of yesterday. Yeah? Thank you for the subscription. I think that was you, Arthur. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, man. And if that was you that subscribed, make sure that you clicked on the notification bell, yeah, to all that you receive notifications when I upload it. That is the most important thing. That you're actually active. If you clicked on the bell when you subscribed, if that was you, just make sure you click on the bell and click all, that you get notified when I upload content. Because that is the most important thing, yeah? That you're active then, that you're aware when I upload content. But yeah, Karim Benzema, guys, 14 years. And he's the captain of Real Madrid, and he is leaving. Arthur Spielt, they got a real number 9 this year, and it's a complete team. They all play for the badge. Yeah, that's true. Where are you watching from, my friend? You might be asking. Where are you actually living? Not the city, but the country. What country are you actually watching from? Holland? No? Belgium? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm just going by the name. Yeah, or maybe you're in the UK like me. I'm in London. Yeah? It's a beautiful sunny day here. I'm working soon, but it's a joy. It's a pleasure to be able to bring this stream to you guys. Karim Benzema is departing Real Madrid after 14 years. The Netherlands. That's what I thought. I work in a hotel here in central London. And there was a woman recently from Den Haag, and I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but she was from Den Haag, as she pronounced it. A little bit stronger in it, yeah. Esti Shuvro, Bangladesh. Ah, you're from Bangladesh, my friend. Welcome along. It's international. Esti Shuvro, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, yeah. I'd appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 1,800, guys. If you could subscribe to my channel like Arthur did, I'd appreciate it. What's going on in Holland, Arthur, man? What's going on with Ajax? What's going on with PSV? And what is going on with my hero, the greatest player to ever play for Arsenal, in my opinion, Dennis Bergkamp? What a player. Dennis Bergkamp, forever in our hearts, man. A wonderful player and a model professional. He never got in any trouble, never brought any bad publicity to the club. He played football. An absolute gentleman. Bergkamp is a gentleman. That's all there's about it. I wanted to discuss about this topic. That's why I joined. Okay, I like your directness. Yeah? Okay, let's talk. I'm here. Maybe Karim Benzema will join Arsenal. I'm an Ajax fan, but it's not going well now with Ajax, to be honest. I'm sorry to hear that, huh? Sorry to hear that. Your English is very good, my friend. Your English is very good. Yeah, but they'll bounce back. You know what I mean? And who are the champions in Holland right now? Is it PSV? Or PSV, or whatever you call them? Feyenoord. Yeah, Feyenoord. Well, Ajax will be back, my friend. Don't you worry about that. I don't know, is Dennis Bergkamp still in charge, involved with the club? I know he was a coach at some level at Ajax. Dennis Bergkamp was coaching at some level at Ajax. I know Mark Overmars was involved with the club, but then he got into trouble and had to leave. But yeah, they'll come back, man. Ajax will be back, no doubt. I mean, I've never been to the stadium, but I have passed the stadium on the way to the airport in Ajax. In Amsterdam, sorry, I have passed the Ajax Arena, a beautiful stadium. And Amsterdam is a beautiful city. They will be back. Yeah, Benzema leaving, huh? Crazy man. There's going to be a tribute to him on June the 6th, so that is Tuesday, June the 6th at 12 noon. There will be a tribute and a farewell act to Karim Benzema. Will take place at Real Madrid. And the president of the club, Florentino Perez, will be there. That's incredible. He's leaving, huh? I know a lot of Real Madrid fans, they're going to be very, very sad about that, which I can understand. I mean, it's an emotional time for the club, a big time for the club. What do you think about the Bellingham signing, though? Because Real Madrid is the number one team for me. Have they signed Bellingham? Or do you mean who will he actually sign for? I think anyway, whether he has signed for Real Madrid or whether he signs for another team or whether he stays at Dortmund, for me, Jude Bellingham is the best player that England have, in my opinion. From what I saw of Bellingham recently, I think it was the World Cup. Yeah, the World Cup. Bellingham is the best player that England have, and I was massively impressed with him at the World Cup. He is an absolute monster in the midfield, and it tells you a lot now when I say that he's the best player that England have, because they have a lot of good players. I am an Irishman, of course, but England have a lot of good players. Bellingham is a wonderful player, so say no more about it. Yeah, it's almost done. Yeah, that's great news for Real Madrid. Yeah, great news for Real Madrid. Now they need to go for a striker, a real goal machine. But yeah, he is a fantastic player. To be honest, they need him because if you saw them against Manchester City, they got trashed in the midfield. I mean, they were destroyed in the midfield against Manchester City. So they need him. They need him, no doubt. They definitely need a player like him. 12 people watching this. Welcome along. Who do you see at Real Madrid? Not Harry Kane, anyway. Let's just say that. Well, if they needed a striker, I would go for Martinez from Inter Milan. You know, Lautaro Martinez? He is a very good player. Now, of course, they have a Champions League final coming up on Saturday against, of course, the aforementioned Manchester City. But I'm a big fan of Lautaro Martinez at Inter Milan. I think he's a wonderful, wonderful player. An incredible forward. He is very, very good. If there's any way that they could get him, it would be good for Real Madrid. Because he is an incredible, incredible player. Seriously, that guy is an animal in front of goal. He's a natural goal scorer. A wonderful player. That's how I see things. Yeah, an incredible player. They should definitely go for Lautaro Martinez if they can get him in the summer. Make an offer. I mean, it's Real Madrid. They're a huge club, one of the biggest clubs in the world. I'm sure they can get him off Inter Milan if they want. I'm sure he would love to go and play at the Bernabeu. The Bernabeu. I mean, he's a fantastic player. I was at the Bernabeu once in my life. I think in 2017. Incredible, incredible stadium. I mean, it is an incredible stadium. The city is crazy for football. Of course, they have Atletico and they have Real. So there's a lot of rivalry. But that's how I think. That's how I see things, man. Lautaro Martinez, he is a good player. He is a very good player. They should definitely make an offer for him. As such. I'm going to post later. Akraf Hakimi is also a good one for Real. Yeah, definitely. Hakimi is a good player. He's a decent player. With the team they have, like I said, a lot of their team are getting a little bit older now. Of course, they have Vinicius Jr. If he recovers from that racial abuse that he faced in the Spanish league, which he should, I'm sure he's a strong character. He should recover from that. But that was, of course, was disgusting what was going on in that game. The racial abuse that he faced at the Mestalla against Valencia. They need a couple of players though, because you saw against Manchester City they got completely outplayed. But yeah, Akraf Hakimi, maybe so. But I think they need to look at all the leagues, at all the players. And like I said, Martinez would be for me the number one option they should go for it as a striker anyway. As a striker. I mean, I always like with Arsenal, if Arsenal go for, just to give you an idea, yeah, Real Madrid should maybe try the same. I think it's always better if you find a player that has like the league experience, like you said with Hakimi. Like Arsenal, I think it's good if we buy players that are already playing in the Premier League because they have experience at it. Or if we buy, like, if Real Madrid buy players that already are playing in La Liga and they get them from the other Spanish teams, it's important to have that experience. Maybe more so in the Premier League, because when you come to the Premier League, it's a completely different level of competition, in my opinion. But definitely, it helps to have that experience, coming into the league, actually that experience in La Liga, because it is a different level, like the Premier League is a different level. It's good if the player already has experience, and if he's already been playing in La Liga, he knows the competition and he knows the players that he's up against. That's my opinion anyway. It's always better if it's like that. Always better, no doubt. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Benzema began his football career at his hometown club Bron Teleron at the age of 8. Then he came through the youth academy at Lyon. He was a ball boy in senior matches. Benzema was called up for the senior team for the first time under manager Paul Le Guen during the break leading up to the second half of the season. He's had an interesting career, Benzema, in fairness, has to be said. A very, very interesting career, no doubt. I expect this stream to take off like crazy later when I upload it. True, he came as a young boy to Real Madrid as well as Theo Hernandez. What do you think about him? Hernandez, don't know much about him, to be honest. I'll be honest with you. I actually don't know much about him. Let me educate myself. But he actually plays for the French national side, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, he plays for the French national side. Yeah, he's a good player. Wow, he plays for AC Milan. They had a bad result in the Champions League against Inter, man. Seriously. Hernandez, I don't know much about, to be honest. What is he, left back? Arsenal could do with a left back. We actually need a left back. He improved really well when playing Madrid. In Milan right now. Yeah, but they had a bad result in the Champions League against Inter. Huh? I don't know, was Hernandez a part of that absolute disaster? But they had a bad result. I mean, the way they got beaten against Inter was just an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. Simple as. He scored a couple of goals, huh? Hernandez. Yeah, he's at the right age too. He's 25. I mean, he's young. You know what I mean? He's at the right age to sign a player. You got Zinchenko. Yeah, we've got Zinchenko, but he's not good. Like we have Tierney also. We have Tierney as well. We have Kieran Tierney. But the problem is that Kieran Tierney is more solid and defensive. And he links well up the left hand side of the Arsenal attack. He links well up the left hand side of Martinelli. Tierney and Martinelli, they play up the wing. Whereas Zinchenko is inverted. He is a left back that plays through the midfield. He's very good attacking. He is brilliant, Zinchenko, at going forward. But defensively, he is awful. The worst. I mean, a lot of the games this season, some games suit him, but other games they suited to have Kieran Tierney. And for some reason, Arteta played Zinchenko instead of Tierney when it would have been better playing Tierney, like someone a bit more solid defensively. That's what we needed at certain points in the matches, and Arteta just didn't do it. Arteta, of course, is a big fan of Zinchenko because of the time at Manchester City together. You know what I mean? Zinchenko's not that good defensively, man. Seriously, he's a real weak link in the defense. We're wide open when he plays. All right, let me let the world know that I am live. Just 1 second, my friend. I see Ceballos going back to Arsenal. And you see how good he's actually not a bad player, Ceballos. He's actually not a bad player, but I don't know. We Arsenal need to be careful now this season. I mean, with the new season coming, this season we finished second, and we should have won the league. We lost a lot of easy games that we should have put to bed. Um, I haven't seen how good he is at Real, but Arsenal need to strengthen anyway. We need possibly a new goalkeeper to give competition, to give Aaron Ramsdale a bit of competition. We need a central defender. We need a midfielder, a tough, tackling, creative midfielder, and we need a striker that's going to hit at least 20 goals a season. Guaranteed 20 goals a season because we don't have that. So we need a goalkeeper to challenge Ramsdale, to keep him on his toes. We also need a defender, a midfielder, and a striker. Like I said, it's going to score 20 goals a season because that was lacking in the season. We didn't have a goal scorer that was consistently scoring. We didn't. like an out and out, like Ollie Watkins. I'm a big fan of his. He's an incredible player. I mean, Ollie Watkins is a very good forward. Why not him? $14 is a long time, guys. Sorry, now I'm just texting somebody. I'm letting everyone know I'm online. Or Jonathan David is really good as well. Don't know that player. All the players you're mentioning, I don't know them at all. I think I'm getting old. Let me check. Jonathan David. Never heard of him in my life. You see? He's got two first names anyway, so he has to be good. Here we go. Jonathan David, soccer player. He plays for Lille and the Canadian national team. Okay. And that basically is that. Just put a bit of the word out there that I'm live on my channel. But Jonathan David is really good as well. I think he's really expensive though. He's really good. Everybody tuning in, if you can subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 1.8k. But yeah, guys, Karim Benzema is leaving Real Madrid after 14 years at the club. He is, of course, the Real Madrid captain. He's won 5 Champions League, 4 La Liga titles, 24 titles in total. Basically, yeah. He is, of course, just leaving Real Madrid, guys. He is not retiring from league football. He is not retiring, okay, from domestic football. So he is going to be going to another club. He's not retiring, like I said, guys, but he is leaving Real Madrid after 14 years at the club. So it's going to be very interesting to see who comes in and snaps him up, yeah. It's going to be very, very interesting to see who comes in and snaps him up, yeah. That's basically it. The London Squirrels are playing in the tree outside, guys. My friends, the Squirrels, I can see them again now. Yeah, he seems a good player. He seems a good player. He plays in the French league for Lille and he's Canadian international. He seems a good player, man. You know your football, in fairness, Arthur. You know your football. You're in touch with what's going on, yeah? I think Real Madrid need to be in touch with the fact that Benzema's leaving. It's going to be a shock for them, yeah? I mean, imagine now how sad they are. I can imagine how sad the Real Madrid fans are now about this. I mean, it's sickening for them. Nobody's on this story as yet. Yeah, the old school gunner was the first to get all up on it. That's what I pride myself in, guys. I'm quick off the mark. You know what I mean? I'm quick off the mark. Like Martinelli, I'm quick off the mark. Just wait, Making up, guys. Let me stretch. I have to go to work later. Travel across central London, one of the biggest cities in the world. But Benzema, an incredible career at Real Madrid. All good things come to an end, of course. It is what it is, guys. That's life. But an incredible, incredible talent. A wonderful player. And really, they're going to do well to replace him. And he is the captain. You know what I mean? But after what happened, I think, against in the Champions League, I think they realised, I think the player himself realised he wasn't up to it anymore at that level, Basically, I think that's what happened, my own opinion. I mean, they got such a heavy beating by, they were beaten so badly by Manchester City in the Champions League. I think at some point it woke them up, And I mean, they needed to come back and be realistic. They were well beaten, you know what I mean? Of course, that wasn't easy for them, but it is what it is, guys. They need to kind of look to the future. It's as simple as that. Just 1 second, guys. Just checking my channel. Bear with me, but yeah, the eyes will not deceive you, guys. Karim Benzema is leaving Real Madrid after 14 years. Simple as. A little bit crazy, I know. Just checking my YouTube account, guys. See what's going on. 16 views in this video so far. Thank you to everybody for your continued support. I appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And make sure you click on the notification. You get notified every time I upload content. And well, yeah, Benzema's on his way out, huh? Say no more about it. There'll be a lot of very sad Real Madrid fans, I'm sure. It is what it is. There'll be a lot of very sad Real Madrid fans, I'm sure. I'm going to upload this video when I stop the stream. I'm going to stop the stream at about 1. Then I'm going to upload the video, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of interest in it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of sad Real Madrid fans when they hear this news that he is actually leaving the club. Excuse me. When I upload this video, I expect it to really go turbo, to go viral to a certain extent. Imagine there's a lot of shock in Madrid right now that he is going to be leaving. Who's going to replace him? And moreover, who's going to be the captain? Surely then it's going to be Toni Kroos or Luka Modric. I mean, a lot of players have to think about their futures as well in the summertime. What's going to happen with them? There's a lot of players at Real Madrid, they actually need to think about their future. They need to see about that, what's actually going to happen. You know what I mean? It's not going to be easy for them. Interesting, huh? Interesting. He's had a few falling out. He's had a couple of fallings out with people along the way, Benzema. Well, it's interesting, yeah. He's had a couple of situations, let's say. But yeah, it is what it is. So he's leaving Real, guys, after 14 years at the club. And he is their captain, of course. But like I said, he's leaving Real Madrid after 14 years because he is not retiring from club football. He has retired from international football, but he's not retiring from club football. So he will be going to another club. He will be getting a contract with another club. I'm sure a lot of clubs around Europe are buzzing at the prospect of Benzema being a free agent, leaving Real Madrid. Like I said, he is not going to be retiring from football. So a lot of clubs out there, they can get their claws into Benzema. He's a good player. He's a good player. I mean, a lot of clubs would be happy to have him as their forward. You know what I mean? He spent a lot of his career at Real Madrid, of course. So what can you say? Obviously, after a while, he probably wanted a break. It's like 14 years. Maybe it's right for both him and the club to part ways at this point. A lot of players, they part ways when they feel that they actually can't achieve any more at the club. Like they've gone as far as they can go. And maybe he feels like that. He has gone as far as he can. He is, of course, the captain of the team. But I imagine there are a lot of sad Real Madrid fans now at the moment when they hear this, that he is actually leaving the club. It's going to be a bitter blow for them, no doubt. It's going to be tough times for Real Madrid fans, man, when he leaves. It's going to be a bitter blow. Simple as. What can you say? It's not going to be easy for them without him. But it is what it is, I suppose, at the end of the day, you know. It is what it is at the end of the day. They're going to be without him. It's going to be a bit of a test for them. He is, of course, their best player, their talisman, and, of course, their captain. While best player, Vinicius Jr., in fairness, has taken a big leap forward. But yeah, it's not going to be easy for Real Madrid without them, no doubt. It's going to be quite interesting. Like I said, he is their captain also. So it's going to be a bit of a test. If you haven't heard it already, guys, Karim Benzema is leaving Real Madrid after 14 years at the club, believe it or not. That's a hell of a long time to be at any football club. He's leaving them after 14 years at the top, to be fair. He's had a top career, a stellar career. Not without his controversy, in fairness. There's been a lot of controversial incidents with Benzema, which I'm not going to get into. The only one I'll talk about because it's about football is the one because some of them are not got anything to do with football. But I will talk about the one with Didier Deschamps last year at the World Cup in 2022. He was saying that he felt that he was badly treated by Didier Deschamps. Deschamps told him there was no emergency to rush back. He can organise it himself when he's ready. Then Deschamps was saying that the player had just left the camp and left the squad. Whereas I think that Benzema was saying that Deschamps wasn't honest, that he was a liar, and he spoke with audacity regarding the French national setup. I don't know. Maybe Deschamps didn't want him on the squad anymore, playing for the team anymore, but he should have told him. Anyway, that's how I see things. Things like that can be misunderstood, but honestly, sorry guys, just waking up. Stretch. All right, a little bit better now. Gotta wake up. I have to work. It is what it is. Guys, your eyes, your ears do not deceive you. Karim Benzema is departing Real Madrid after 14 years at the club. Like I said, he is the captain of Real Madrid. He will not be actually. He will not actually be like leaving. He will not actually be. He's still going to be playing football, guys. He's just leaving Real Madrid. So I expect a lot of clubs to be coming in for him. I expected this stream to go off on a big one, but it is only early enough, still on a Sunday. You know what I mean? early on a Sunday afternoon. Imagine when I post this on my channel, it's going to go bananas. Imagine there's going to be quite a few people looking at it and checking it. But yeah, Benzema departing Real Madrid after 14 years, believe it or not. I mean, that is absolute madness. He's been there for so long. He's the captain. What can you say? It's going to be a challenging time for Real Madrid now because they have to replace their captain and their talismanic striker. I'm sure the fans are going to be very sad at him leaving. I'm sure they knew it would come at some point, though, yeah. It was going to happen at some point. You know what I mean? Sooner or later, that was going to happen. Yeah. So they were probably hoping for later, but after what happened to them in the Champions League, the game against Manchester City, you know, it probably woke them up a little bit too, though, you know, with that happening, because they were well and truly beaten against Manchester City, and maybe they realised then that they need a bit of an overhaul, you know, that things weren't right in the team because they got absolutely stuffed against Manchester City. It is what it is, you know what I mean? They had a very tough game. It was a disaster. It's what it is, I suppose. These things happen in football, right? So now, guys, just need to go to the bathroom. Just 1 second. All right, guys, I'm back. Your eyes do not deceive you. Karim Benzema is leaving Real Madrid after 14 years at the club, believe it or not. I mean, a massive, yeah, a lifelong thing there at the club between Real Madrid and Karim Benzema. He is, of course, the captain also. So, yeah, they have a lot to think about there. A lot to think about. They're going to need to give the captaincy to someone else. It'll probably go to Luka Modric or Toni Kroos, or maybe the goalkeeper. But yeah, you have to say that maybe Modric or Toni Kroos will become captain when Benzema goes. Yeah, I'd imagine a lot of Real Madrid fans are actually waking up this morning in a sense of shock that he is actually leaving. But yeah, he's going, guys. Simple as he's not going to be around anymore. He's leaving the club, and that's it. A fantastic player. He dedicated the best part of his life, 14 years to the club. He won many titles, 4 league titles, 5 Champions Leagues. I mean, the man cannot complain. He's had a stellar career, better than most. He's been lucky in his career to a certain extent. Yeah, and I wish him the best of luck. He is not quitting football, guys. He is not quitting club football. He quit international football last year, but he is not quitting club football, guys. He's quitting Real Madrid. He's leaving Real Madrid, so he will be going to another team. Who gets him? It's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, one of the biggest stories out there right now, guys. Karim Benzema is going to depart Real Madrid after 14 years. A very successful time with the club. He is also their captain, of course. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you for your continued support on my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and help me hit 1.8k. I'm on the road to 1.8k, guys. And see you later, guys. All the best. Come on, you Gooners. Peace.